Hey folks, welcome back to the Portable Gamer, welcome back to European Truck Simulator 2, and welcome back to Hamburg. So I'll tell you a couple of quick things and then we'll get rolling here. I did a lot of work on the truck last episode, and then after last episode, off camera. And as you can see, we are €87 in debt. Sorry, American. But one of the things that I did, I swapped some things out on the truck. I got a new lower guard. It's not really a bull bar, but like a lower scuff guard. I got a stone guard on the windshield. I swapped some things out. I got a new, you can barely see it, but I got a new bumper on the back with some different lights. And then I also put wheels using the Gaiman wheel pack. Gaiman? It's the same modder that makes drivetrain revision, if you're looking for them in the store, in the workshop. So spent all my money, and we're in Hamburg now, and we're going to do a cargo job. We're going to take some things up into Denmark, and the reason I want to do that is I want to buy a garage in Denmark. The reason I want to do that is, a moment please, let me check one thing. Nope, we're okay. I want to get a garage in Denmark because I want to be able to get those trailers when we level up to level 13. There are some specific Scandinavian trailers. There's some specific Scandinavian trailers that you can only buy if you've got a garage in Scandinavia. And we have the Scandinavian DLC, so I figured why not. So we're going to take a quick trip up there. Now, I doubt we'll have enough money when we get up that way, but we'll at least be moving in the right direction. And I figure we've seen enough of Reims. And the game did update. It is now, oh dear. I'll check when we're finishing up, but I want to say it's 1.32.2.37 Sierra. That's my guess. Could be wrong. I can also tell you that you will see this on Monday, but I'm recording it Saturday night, and the reason I am is because it's looking like I'm going to get a direct hit by Hurricane Florence, and I will almost inevitably lose power for a couple days. So I'm going to try to record. There's that new bumper we got. Not bad. I'm going to try to record an entire week's worth of videos in just a couple of days. There we go. Sheep's wool to Odense for about 10 grand. I'll take it. I like that. Where is our job? It's right there. Let me see if well, we're already sort of pointed this way. So if we get spun around here. If we get spun around, hopefully we can swing it right back in there. We get a few extra points for... Now, I know you get points when you back up when you're delivering, right? Like the parking bonus. Do you also get a bonus if you do this before you pick up? Curious. This is kind of a steering axle trailer. Kind of. Turn that off. Set the brake. Engine off. Load my cargo, please. Fantastic. 380 kilometers. Okay. Sounds about right. And I think we're doing okay on sleep. How are we doing on sleep? We'll be okay as long as we keep moving. So, brake off. Here we go. So yeah, I just recorded spin tires. I'm doing this one now. then tomorrow, Sunday, since there's no F1 race, I will probably do a bunch of farm videos for the week. And if I do this right, I should be able to have the entire week done by tomorrow evening. I'll get everything uploaded and hopefully can spend the rest of the week getting ready. And it could turn and go up the coast. It's been known to happen, but the window for that to happen, like it's about 1:30 Sunday morning. It's late Sunday night right now. The window for Florence to turn and go up the coast is just about closed at this point. So if it hasn't turned in the next few hours, then meteorologically it's not likely to turn and will probably hit the coast somewhere. So that happens. That's what happens when you live on the East Coast in the summertime, is occasionally you get a hurricane. So I think, what else is going on in gaming world? Enough about the weather. Let's talk about gaming. What is going on? There's no word yet on Beyond the Baltic Sea and Oregon for ETS and ATS. So just definitely kind of keeping moment. Thank you. Just sort of keep my eye on Steam to see when that's going to happen. And it's interesting now that they both are in the Steam store, but you can't buy either of them, and there's no date for either of them yet, or at least as of today there isn't. So as soon as there is, though, I'm really looking forward to both of those. I imagine they'll need to get 1.32 all the way sorted out, and have a final version of 1.32 before they release the DLC. So I don't know. Could be weeks, could be months. Who knows? But in the meantime, we got plenty of video games. Concentrating, focusing. Yeah, I'm seeing that little hiccup every now and then, and I'm seeing it in several sims. And it's got me wondering if it's, anytime I see something like that, I think, well, maybe it has something to do with the sim that I'm in. But it seems to be happening regardless. So I don't know if that's a driver thing. I don't know. I'll take a look. But, I said this one 1.32 first came out, and I'll continue. Oh, fantastic. That's a good email. That's the email telling us that we are out of debt momentarily. Well, I mean, we still have our loans, but our checking account balance is positive again because one of our drivers just delivered, so good on them. What was I saying just before that? Oh, 1.32. When 1.32 came out for both ETS and ATS, there were rumors that it was going to be optimized and faster and smoother, and I really think it is. Because even like right now, at night in the rain, we would typically be taking a pretty significant hit on FPS. We're taking a little bit of a hit, but for the most part, we're hanging right in there. So I think that assessment or that promise or whatever you want to call it, I think that was correct. I do feel like they've done some optimizing. Cruise control. Now, the other thing that's cool about driving at night is I wanted to show you those signs. I didn't really plan it this way, but it's going to work out this way. I wanted to show you the highway signs, and not the highway signs around crossings and interchanges. Those are typically independently lit, but the signs that are sort of out in the middle of nowhere tend to just have the only illumination you get from them is the reflective characteristics that they have. Over here, yeah, I think we do. The reflective characteristics that they have, and really speeding through there. Slow it down. And it's a beautiful effect. It's sort of subtle, you know, like you don't really notice it. I mean, hopefully you notice it now because I just mentioned it and then I'll point it out to you. But it's just one of those details that to me really adds to the immersion because it's not in your face. It's just sort of subtle and in the background. But add enough of those things to a game, and it all adds up. You know, all those little details I feel really contribute to the immersive quality of the game. So we'll wait till we get out away from the city, and I'll do a little demo for you. Now I do have HDR on, but I feel like even these lights that we're passing under right here, these look a little different than they did prior to 1.32. Do they not? Am I right? Am I wrong? Let me know, because they certainly look different. To me, anyway. What else is going on? Oh, I would have totally forgotten this. I upgraded to a V8 in this Scania that we're in, and I hunted around and found a good sound pack for it in the workshop. And it's also kind of subtle. It's not, you know, the ghost pipe or open pipe or anything. It's just a little bit more rumble to it, and the wastegate and the turbo is a little bit more noticeable. And it cost us like 15 grand to upgrade the motor, but we only picked up about 20 horsepower. And I know, big trucks, horsepower doesn't matter. It's all about torque. But it's still kind of an easy number to work with. Yeah, I'm going to make my move here. Yeah, see that reflective piping on the back of that truck? I'm really liking these details. And I feel like that was there before. That's not new, but the signs themselves, let me get up here and I'll show you one of these. You tell me if I'm imagining things or if they've always had that glow to them. I don't want to be speeding, I'm just trying to deal with this traffic. I feel like the AI is getting better too. Let's get some cruise control locked in here. Got more slow traffic. Jeez, Pete's. Alright. Is that it? Anybody else? No? Okay. So now I gotta find a road sign for you. Of course, there are no road signs. Now that we're out of traffic. Man, I feel like we're kind of chugging up a hill here, too. Jeez. Alright, we got it. We got it. So, see the glow on that sign. We'll try to find one up here. Yeah, so check this out. That's all meant to be reflective. And I feel like it's been tuned up or tweaked a little bit. It just seems a lot more realistic maybe, or accurate than it has seemed in the past. And it struck me the first time I drove at night, I don't know, a couple episodes ago, because I'm not really spending a lot of time in any of my sims when I'm not recording. Sometimes I don't, like ETS is an example. I won't drive for a week. I'll only drive for the hour that I'm recording. But I did some off-camera work, tried to level up a little bit. I was driving at night and saw some of those, and they just seem, I don't know, it just seems different. And I don't know if that's a 1.32 thing or if I'm just noticing it, or you know what I mean. But I am impressed with 1.32. Some of the patches are, you know, they change things, but it's just kind of a technicality. It's not really a big deal. 1.32 feels like kind of a big deal. So good on them. This is turning out to be a little bit more exciting of a drive than I anticipated. We've just got a regular box trailer on, nothing exciting, no oversized load or anything. But with the rain and the traffic, this is a little bit dicey. It'd be nice if we could get there with no tickets and no damage. Oh. All right, then that happened. Oh, game. Oh, AI. Always messing with my emotions. I think this is, yeah, I think we're crossing into Denmark. Yeah. Are we? No. The way that Scandinavian countries sort of wrap around each other, and different parts of countries are in different places, like separated by water. I don't know my Scandinavian geography well enough to always know exactly where I am. I also kind of want to be back over here. Let's get out of the hammer lane. We don't have too far to go. Alright. Well, yeah, I thought this was just going to be a simple little trip up into Denmark, but it's turning out to be a little bit more exciting than I anticipated. Oh, that reminds me. Looking at this weather, that reminds me. I need to go to the Grimes. The modder Grimes has a WordPress page where he keeps all this stuff. You can download directly from him, which is nice because, you know, you're getting it directly from him. There's nothing dodgy about it, but I need to stop by and see what he's updated from 1.32. I feel like when 1.32 first came out, I tried, well, I knew he's got a Germany rebuilding and he's got a Paris rebuilding. I anticipated the Germany rebuilding wouldn't work because of all the changes that SCS made in Germany. I wasn't sure about Paris, and then he's also got a couple of weather maps and a realistic city lights map and a building lights mod, a realistic city lights mod, and then he's got a building lights mod. I don't know if you've ever noticed, but when you pull into a city in ETS2, it doesn't matter the time of night. It can be 3 o'clock in the morning, but every light in every window in every building will be on. not very realistic. It kind of kills the immersion for me. So this guy Grimes has come up with a mod that darkens some of the windows at different times, I want to say. The earlier it is in the morning, 11 o'clock at night, there'll be more lights on than there will be at 2 a.m. But I had all those mods running when I first fired up 1.32, and it's kind of a strange way to do it, but basically what I do is I leave all my mods activated and then just selectively turn them off till the game will run, and that way I keep as many as possible, because I know some people, what they do is they turn off all their mods and then they bring them back in until the game stops running, which I guess is sort of the same thing. But some patches you can basically keep all your mods, you really don't lose anything, and then other patches you got to kind of start over. But regardless, I was getting crashes until I turned off all the Grimes mods, and I'm curious when he'll get those tuned up for 1.32, because they're good mods. They're good mods for immersion. They're subtle, you know. They're sort of below the radar, but they really add a lot. So I'll take a peek at that when I'm done here and see if he's got things done yet. And when I say that, I'm not like busting his balls or anything. I say all the time, I know modders, you know, some people mod full time for a living, but most people do it as a hobby, and they've got full-time jobs and families and lives and stuff. So I would never complain to a modder like, oh, you know, you owe us a mod, or where is it, or something. They're kind enough to make these mods and give them away for free. I'm not gonna start riding somebody about doing something that I'm not even paying for. And in fact, on the farm sim side, I know there were a couple maps for FS17 that were being converted over by the original map maker from FS15 to FS17, and I saw a couple of them. I won't mention any names. I don't want to get into gossip or anything, but I saw a couple modders that basically said, you know what, I'm not going to release the map now. Too many people have been asking me, when is it going to be done? Why isn't it done yet? Where's the map? Too many people have asked me, so you know what, now you get nothing. I'm going to turn this car around and nobody goes to the amusement park. So I get that, you know, and that's why, like, if I mention Grimes or something and say that I don't know if the stuff's been brought up to 1.32, I'm not upset about it or anything. When it's ready, it'll be ready. So, but I will take a look when I'm done here, because I've been thinking about that. And I believe, yeah, this is where we're headed. So I believe we're getting in, and if I can reach over here and see how we're doing on time. 24 minutes, that's perfect. I know some of my episodes go like 40 minutes or 45 minutes or an hour. Sometimes is okay, but I don't want to do that all the time. So I guess if we... I'm running the Qualcomm sounds now, so that's what you get instead of a yawn. That's your first warning that you're getting tired. What the hell was I going to say? Oh, we don't have enough money to buy a garage yet, and I don't think we can take out a loan yet because we're so broke, so deep in debt. But hopefully with me making money, and with my drivers making money, and with me not spending any more money, hopefully we can, and we don't actually need to necessarily earn a ton of money. We just need to earn enough to pay off a couple loans and take those to zero, and then that will take our ability, that'll take like our credit back up to 100,000, so we can then take out a 100,000 euro loan and buy a garage, if that makes sense. We just need to restore our relationship with the bank. What's this guy doing? Sir? Sir? Nope. He says no. What's this guy doing? Oh. Everybody, stop helping me. guy. Sir? We made it. Alright, so we just gotta go right down here. Get this dropped off. So yeah, we'll kick around Scandinavia for a little while. I'm thinking about one of my favorite cities. I'm not sure why. I just like the look of it and the layout of it. But one of my favorite cities is it Bergen in Norway, on the west coast. So I think maybe we'll make our way up there, and if we time it right, by the time we get there, we'll have enough money to buy a garage there. And it's a base game city, so we don't need to worry about complications when we bring pro mods in, which hopefully will be. What I'm hearing is they like to wait till the patch is a full public release before they release pro mods. So 2.30 is out, but it's only compatible with patch 1.31. It's not compatible with 1.32. So they're waiting and I'm waiting. Let's oh, this is a tricky one. Let's see. No. We're gonna have to. Oh. Sweet by. I feel like this one has done me in the past. You know what I mean? I feel like this one has been a bit of a nemesis. We'll give it a go. So many things beeping right now. Holy smokes. Okay, that went surprisingly well. Alright. So, set the brake, lights off, wipers off, engine off. Let's see how we did. Beautiful. Oh, and we leveled up. Fantastic. Let's spend this point, and then we'll call it an episode. So, what do we want to do? Let's go just-in-time delivery. There you go. Let's apply that. Take a look at our mail. Our account is overdrawn. Our account is settled. There we go. We're doing good, folks. Thanks for stopping back to check out The Portable Gamer. Thanks for joining us for another episode of European Truck Simulator 2. And we'll see you next time. Take care now.